Rangers were defending an unbeaten home record. United had conceded just 4 goals in 8 away games. That's the background as Jock Brown takes up the story.
It's scarcely surprising that as far as possible Graham Souness has stuck by the Rangers side, which pulled off that crucial win against Aberdeen last week. He's been forced to make just one change. Mark Walters has failed a fitness test, and he's replaced by Kevin MacDonald, who was signed on loan 8 days ago from Liverpool. And after a very impressive second-half performance last week, he starts his first match in Rangers colours. And Dundee United bring an excellent away record to Ibrox, only one league defeat away so far, and that was at Celtic Park. But Jim McLean has shuffled his pack a little, bringing in Bowman and Beaumont from the start, with Krivokapic and Preston on the bench. The pace of Kevin Gallagher will present a major threat to the Rangers defence as he tries to recapture the explosive form he showed earlier in the year and add to his meagre tally so far of 4 goals. And despite the fact that it's cold and wet here at Ibrox, yet another 40,000 crowd plus to watch this match between two teams challenging for the Premier Division Championship. Rangers with that very healthy cushion of 4 points. They lead Dundee United by 6 points at the start of this match. So United see the importance of a good performance here very clearly. There's Dave Bowman with the throw. Challenge came from Chikoff. There's Cooper. Chase on there, MacDonald going through the middle, but David Neary is very quick indeed for Dundee United. Now 32 years old, but still with an excellent ton of pace. There's Butcher. Dundee United opening up with Kevin Gallagher and Hamish French in attack, and Mixu Patalainen can be expected to join them frequently from his opening position wide on the left. Headed on by MacDonald. There's Neary. Dave Bowman gives that straight to Cooper. Here's Ian Ferguson now. Hegarty's on his own. And Billy Thompson did just enough. Ray Wilkins was onside. Thompson got a vital touch. That could so easily have been the opener for Rangers. An error by Dave Bowman. There was Davy Cooper playing it wide to Ian Ferguson, and just touched away from Wilkins by Thompson. Bowman's free kick. Here's French. Played back by Brown. That's good goalkeeping by Nicky Walker. Good piece of handling after the firm pass back from Brown. There was French. Brown stepping in, playing it away from the United striker and forcing Walker to look lively. Davy Cooper. Here's Trinkle. Back it comes to Cooper. Will Cooper receive that in a way that could set up a shooting chance? There's Ian Ferguson. Clearly a speciality that from Ian Ferguson, the quick turn and volley inside the box. Set up here by build-up involving Davy Cooper, then Neil Cooper. Kevin MacDonald played it in. Good control this from Ian Ferguson. The shot rising too quickly. Gordon Wallace not entirely happy with the United performance at this stage of the match, clearly. McKinley and Wilkins clash. There's been some ill feeling between these two players throughout the match. That certainly won't have helped. The referee was close to the play. He'd already spoken to both players about that little feud. And Nicky Walker takes no chances. The referee again is having a word with Wilkins and McKinley. Wilkins having a tough time from the youngster in midfield for United, Billy McKinley. There's Hegarty. Rangers still have possession. A challenge by Neil Cooper. The United throw. French turning Butcher. There's Patalainen. A brilliant save from Nicky Walker. The best goal attempt of the match so far. Created here by Hamish French. shrugging off that challenge from Butcher, the early cross. Patalainen's flying header, and Walker did well. Well, that'll do Nicky Walker's confidence a lot of good. He's had to play second fiddle to Chris Woods for the last 2 years or so. There's Billy McKinley's corner kick. Patalainen going up again. Here's French. Brilliant turn by French. Was that handball? Scrambled away by that sea of blue jerseys inside the box. Thumped forward by Kevin MacDonald. United asserting themselves now in attack, but Kevin Gallagher was caught offside. Well, some hectic activity there in the Rangers box. Started from the corner kick. Look at this play from French, brilliantly turning, then playing it forward. It certainly appeared to strike the hand of Butcher, with the referee deciding the ball played the man. Played forward by McInally, but only to give Rangers the throw. Held on by MacDonald. There's Malpass. MacDonald appeared to steal a yard or two, but the referee allows the throw to continue, and it's Ian Ferguson with Cooper in space on the left. And a side betting from Ian Ferguson. What a fine effort that was. Frustration for Ian Ferguson. He did so well initially, playing that wide for Davy Cooper. Now Cooper trying to cross this, had it deflected by Bowman. Instant shot from Ian Ferguson, wide of Thompson and his right-hand post. There's Patalainen, he's found some space coming off his marker. McInally. Losing out to Neil Cooper. There's Kevin MacDonald. Feels the handball waved aside by the referee. Bowman leaves it now to McKinley. Kevin Gallagher calls to the ball. He's onside for United. It's a great opportunity for United. And Gallagher trying to beat Walker at the near post. Doesn't make it. Fine goalkeeping. Now this must have been a very tight decision as Gallagher broke clear. He appeared to be just offside to me, but the referee allowed play to continue, and that's a good save by Walker. McKinley's corner kick. Walker changed his mind. He came and stopped. There's Rangers now in the break with Wrinkle. Ian Ferguson calling for the ball. And what a superb run that was from Gary Stevens. Wrinkle wants the ball in the far corner of the box. Billy Thompson full stretch. Got a touch to send it behind for the corner. And the pace of the match suddenly has increased. Just a couple of minutes remaining in the first half. Billy Butcher awaited as he gets to the near post. Now Cooper will take the corner. Butcher got a touch. Billy Thompson comes out. Butcher again, and this time Thompson sorts it out with a clean catch. Butcher causing all sorts of problems for the United defenders. Got into Brown. This is Wilkins. Very patient play from Rangers in the build-up. Looking for the opening. Stevens now plays it wide for MacDonald. Neil Cooper goes up. There's Davy Cooper. Tremendous effort from Cooper. Well, you could see his intention clearly with that shot. After a patient build-up, MacDonald playing it, and Neil Cooper got a touch on. You can see Davy Cooper take this with the outside of the left foot, trying to swerve that in at the far corner, just a couple of feet wide. So the midfield battle recommences. There's Gary Stevens surging forward. Twinkle, trouble with McKinley. Here's Flemish French, pulled down by Ray Wilkins, but I think there may not be enough time for a free kick to be taken. Indeed, the half-time whistle has gone. A frantic end to what has been a very entertaining first half, dominated initially by Rangers, but then United hitting back, and a couple of excellent saves from Nicky Walker. The first from a Patalainen header, then from a Kevin Gallagher shot. So the half-time scoreline is Rangers 0, Dundee United 0. Referee Bill Crombie from Edinburgh checks the timing and starts the second half. 45-minute period indeed, with Dundee United right back in the match after looking to be out of things early on. And indeed, it's Nicky Walker who's had to produce any heroics as far as the goalkeepers are concerned. United will undoubtedly be encouraged by their performance in the latter stages of that first half. And here's United coming forward again. Beaumont towards Gallagher. The tackle came from Neil Cooper. Tangle of legs there. It's back row with Nicky Walker for Rangers. He certainly can be pleased with his return to first team action. That's good play from Rangers. Wilkins and Drinkle together. This is Kevin MacDonald. And a very determined challenge there by Neary on Drinkle. Result in a corner kick. And not for David Neary. Fine play this from Rangers in the build-up. Kevin MacDonald again doing good work on the right. Firing this in low, looking for Drinkle on the run. He was met by Neary. Well, the corner can be taken by Cooper. Dave Bowman. Wilkins to Davy Cooper. That's good play again. Wilkins coming inside, running straight into Billy McKinley, who made a good tackle. That's a United throw, coming off Davy Cooper. Well, Billy McKinley will be learning plenty this afternoon, playing against Ray Wilkins. Kevin Gallagher, Malpass supporting from the left-back position. Looking for help inside, that's angled towards French. There's a header from Patalainen. Another fine sweeping move from Dundee United. Could so easily have brought the opener. Kevin Gallagher's pass. Then it was Malpass. Checking, looking up. Playing it in there towards French. It was headed on by Goff, and Patalainen with a snap header just wide of the target. Held it on by Drinkle. There's Wilkins looking for Andy Gray. That's too far ahead of the veteran striker. Header, Neil Cooper going up with McKinley. John Brown chesting it forward. Here's Davy Cooper. Brown with the early cross, looking for Andy Gray. Well, Gray clearly thinks he should have done better. Fine move this from Rangers. Cooper doing well. He had Brown going ahead of him on the outside. Brown knew that Gray was waiting in the box. The early ball goes in. The flashing header goes wide. Stevens doing well, judging the bounce to send it back for Butcher. Midfield being bypassed frequently now. Both sides trying to get the ball to the front men. Drinkle, now Cooper. Wilkins towards Andy Gray. Well, turning the clock back a few years with that acrobatic effort. Well, this is the kind of swashbuckling play we associate with Andy Gray. It was Ray Wilkins who set it up with the little chipped ball forward. Now look at this for control and the overhead effort. Easily taken by Thompson. Ian Ferguson trying to take on Malpass. Well, that's good play by Ian Ferguson and by Dave Bowman in defence. Billy Thompson collecting in the end for United with some great attacking and defending play. Now just look at the way Ian Ferguson takes on. Remember, the Scotland left back this is, so he's got no easy task. He's got strength, he's got pace, hooking this back. Now look at the clearing header from Dave Bowman right in front of Kevin Drinkle. Butcher's header. There's Drinkle, and McKinley lofting it to the far side. There's an offside flag again. Free kick to Rangers. Terry Butcher certainly in a hurry. Quarter of an hour left. Still no scoring. Line blocks the pass from Wilkins. Wilkins indicating to Ian Ferguson that no angle was made. Hegarty doing well again in the air against Drinkle. This is Patalainen, brought down by Wilkins. No, the referee waves play on. Not this time though. The tackle by Beaumont on Neil Cooper. Billy McKinley being waved aside by the referee after his protests, and Beaumont is going to be booked. Well, he certainly hasn't had a history of trouble in the match, Dave Beaumont. Certainly was a late tackle on Neil Cooper, and I wonder if the referee was also anxious to take an opportunity to assert his authority. There's Wilkins with a free kick, headed on by Butcher. Davy Cooper going up with McInally. And the stumble from Cooper allowed McInally to step in. Careless one from Cooper. There's McInally to French. That's one for Gallagher to chase now. Here's a test for John Brown. Gallagher sprinting into the box. Brown did well, policing him wide. Still Gallagher trying to create an opening. And there's the goal for Dundee United. Brilliantly finished. It's Dave Beaumont, the man who's just been booked. United go into the lead, and it was the pace of Gallagher would set it up. There was French sending the ball forward. Gallagher outpacing John Brown. Brown appearing to do very well initially. Screening Gallagher to the side, but great jinking, turning play by Kevin Gallagher. The cross measured for Dave Beaumont, who's there ahead of Richard Gough, and United are ahead. Headed away by Butcher now, a major task ahead for Rangers. The play has been mostly in the United half throughout the match, but the most important statistic is that Dundee United lead by 1-0. And that was Dave Beaumont getting his second goal of the season only, and these United fans perhaps can scarcely believe it. Well, after all that Rangers pressure, how often does that happen? Pummeling the United defence and then being caught out, and that shows the merit too of having a quality striker of the electric pace of Kevin Gallagher. Headed by Hegarty. He's doing well now against Drinkle. Had some problems early in the match. Here's Hamish French now putting pressure on Gough. Kevin Gallagher also arrived, chance for the second. Brilliant goalkeeping from Walker. Here's Dave Beaumont. And a fine effort. Walker was very quick to get back on his line. But Dundee United almost tied it up with that fine attack. Lofted high in the air, an awkward spinning ball with Hamish French coming in and Richard Gough. But it was the support play here of Kevin Gallagher which made the difference. That's a great save from Walker. And then Dave Beaumont trying to catch out the keeper. Backpedaling, and John Brown coming in at the back, and the corner kick goes to Rangers. Well, you can be sure there will be the most almighty onslaught until the final whistle now. Signalling for the ball from Cooper's corner kick. The referee going to wave Kevin Gallagher a few yards further back. Goes Butcher, scrambled away by Neary. There's Neil Cooper. Deflection, giving a corner kick to Rangers. David Neary frustrated, but it was Neary who came to the rescue of Dundee United. Terry Butcher's headed on, Drinkle diving in, and there was Neary to block that. The shot from Cooper goes wide. Gallagher's free over on the far side. French keeping possession, eased off the ball by Neil Cooper. There's Andy Gray chesting it down for Davy Cooper. Clearance by David Mary. And there goes the final whistle. Dundee United the winners thanks to that fine goal from Dave Beaumont. United fans celebrate. An excellent victory. Rangers with the bulk of the pressure without being able to carve out many clear chances. And then Kevin Gallagher created that fine breakaway, setting up the chance for Dave Beaumont 12 minutes from time. And Rangers' undefeated record at home is broken. United are the winners. Rangers 0, Dundee United 1. Jim, what was your reaction to that performance?
Well, first of all, I've got to thank you for interviewing me this way, because if I was standing the other way, it would be really struggling with the hairstyle. But obviously the performance, as far as I'm concerned, as usual, I'm not completely satisfied. But the first half, I was very pleased with the way we played, and we really only created a couple of chances. But the second half, when Rangers put us under a lot of pressure, we could have scored 3 goals at the end of the day with at least three very good chances, but good enough as far as I'm concerned to take one of them and Rangers to score none.
You had 1 or 2 very good individual performances in defence, and up front Kevin Gallagher in that second half of the Under Siege seemed to be very important to you. Has he come back to your satisfaction?
Well, I think that wrongly in some ways I give them too much stick at times, and most certainly Kevin and Mixu, in my opinion, responded exceptionally well to the stick I gave them last week. But to be completely honest, it's easier to play away from home nowadays, especially for forwards, because they're able to take their time on the ball, and they're plenty spacious for the likes of Kevin Gallagher to exploit his pace. And I thought Kevin played exceptionally well all through the game, and at the end of the day made the goal.
The goal, of course, scored by Dave Beaumont, who seemed to cover a lot of ground to get on the end of that cross. He had a very impressive game overall, I thought.
Well, David, I believe if the crowd, our supporters, stay with David, I honestly believe that he'll do an exceptional job for us. But he's had a couple of really bad games against Dundee, and that's one team that you can't play badly against and supporters forget about it. But this season, David's done exceptionally well for us, and I'm sure the goal will help his confidence, because he's not an arrogant boy, and he needs the crowd's help more than some of the other players do.
The overall situation with the league has been closed up with this result. Do you feel a little bit aggrieved at the fact that United have largely been written off as league challengers this season?
No, I think the people that have written us off are probably right enough, because they're taking into consideration that we've lost a lot of players, but they've forgot that there's a lot of determination and a lot of good players still at Tannadice, and we're still in with an outside chance. But to me, the most important thing for today for Scottish football is that winning brings Rangers back a bit. But I'm very, very selfish, and I'm only interested in what it can do for Dundee United, and I'm sure that it should give us the confidence to roll forward into the new year with far more confidence than we've had in the last half, because we're only starting to get a wee bit of a blend together, and after the loss of people like Bannon and Ferguson during the summer.
So Rangers stay on 27 points, and in Britain's biggest coupon buster, Hamilton Academical got a point at Pittodrie, with goal scorer Eddie Gallagher the hero. And Celtic took full advantage of these slips by scoring 3 goals at Fir Park from Mark McGee, Paul McStay and Frank McAvenny. And although Steve Kirk got 1 for the home side, Celtic won comfortably. Steve Archibald and Gordon Hunter got the Hibernian goals, which beat St Mirren, and John Cahoon and Graham Harvey earned Hearts and Dundee a point apiece. Next week, Celtic play Aberdeen, Rangers go to Tynecastle, and Hamilton are at home to Dundee.